Hello students. In this video today, we are going to start with chapter number 3, Geography, Motions of the Earth. In the previous two chapters, we came to know about different kind of information related to the Earth. That is, Earth is a planet in the solar system. It moves around the sun in an elliptical orbit. The Earth is flat on the poles and round in the middle. Certain imaginary lines run through the Earth. So, today in this chapter, we will study about the different ways Earth moves or the different kind of motions or movements of the Earth. These movements have different outcomes or results. So, we are going to study about these. The first type of motion of the Earth is called rotation. Rotation is the movement of the Earth on its axis. To understand the rotation, we can simply spin the globe, and this spinning movement of the Earth is called rotation. So in this picture, you can see this is the axis of the Earth, and the Earth is spinning on its axis. So this motion is called the rotation of the Earth. The second type of motion or the movement of the Earth is called a revolution. This is the movement of the Earth around the Sun in a fixed path known as orbits. In this picture, you can see this is the Sun, and Earth is moving around the Sun in a fixed path which is called orbit. The Earth spins on its axis and also keeps moving around the Sun at the same time. The axis of the Earth, which is an imaginary line, as you can see in this picture, this is the axis of the Earth. It makes the angle of 66.5 degrees with its orbital plane. Orbital plane is the line formed by the orbit. In this picture, you can see this plane area. This plane is the orbital plane, and the angle which the Earth is making with it is 66.5 degrees. As you can see in this picture, the Earth receives light from the Sun. This is the Sun and this is the Earth. Due to the spherical shape of the Earth, only half of it gets light from the Sun at a time. The part of the Earth facing the Sun experiences day, while the other half not facing the Sun has night. In this picture, we can see this half of the Earth is facing towards the Sun. Therefore, there is day in this portion, and this portion is not facing the Sun. So it has night, or it is dark in this portion of the Earth. The Earth takes about 24 hours to complete one rotation around its axis. The period of rotation is called the Earth day. This is the daily motion of the Earth. Now imagine a situation if the Earth did not rotate. The portion of the Earth facing the Sun will always have day in this situation. You can see in this picture, this is the portion of the Earth facing the Sun, and if the Earth doesn't rotate, one portion of the Earth will receive continuous heat and light from the Sun. Thus, that portion will become very hot, and not just very hot but extremely hot. And the other portion of this Earth not facing the Sun will remain dark and will become freezing cold because it will not receive the heat and light from the Sun. Therefore, the motion of rotation of the Earth is very important for life on Earth. It is very important for our survival. The rotation movement or the rotation motion of the Earth causes day and night in the Earth, on the Earth. The second motion of the Earth around the Sun in its orbit is called a revolution. It takes 365.14 days, that is 1 year, to revolve around the Sun. We consider a year as consisting of 365 days only and ignore the 6 hours for the sake of convenience. This picture shows you the revolution motion of the Earth, that is, in this orbit around the Sun. A year is based on the Earth's time period to move around the Sun in an orbit. This movement of the Earth around the Sun in an orbit is called the revolution of the Earth. We know that generally a year has 365 days. Actually, the Earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to revolve around the Sun. But we consider a year to consist of 365 days only and leave 6 hours, so that we complete 24 hours every day. These extra 6 hours are added for 4 years to make 24 hours, which is 1 day. This 1 day is added to the month of February of every fourth year. Every fourth year of February has 29 days instead of 28 days. This fourth year is called a leap year, which has 366 days. So we get this extra day every fourth year because of the revolution of the Earth. Apart from leap year, let us see other effects of revolution. Earth revolves around the Sun in a fixed elliptical orbit. Throughout the revolution of the Earth, the tilt of the axis of the Earth is in the same direction. Revolution of the Earth results in different seasons in a year. Seasons change because of the changing positions of the Earth during its revolution around the Sun. A year is divided into mainly 4 seasons. These are winter, spring, summer, and autumn. When the northern hemisphere points towards the Sun, it is summer in the northern hemisphere and winter in the southern hemisphere, as you can see in this picture. When the southern hemisphere points towards the Sun, it is summer in the southern hemisphere and winter in the northern hemisphere. The spring season is the season between winter and the summer. The autumn season is the season between summer and winter.